Let's make a live video. I'm trying to record a what we sold on eBay video, but I'm not having much luck using all these programs and stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a live show. Seeing this seems to work all right. Hopefully it'll work. Let's see. We want to move. I'm gonna start out with the first one. First thing was this Black & Decker lids off jar opener. We used to pick a lot of these up. They're not a lot, but we used to pick them up. But then on eBay, we usually was getting around. We put up some for best offer, like 30 bucks or so. You usually buy them at the Goodwill for. Usually you buy them on like a 40% off day or 50% off day, so only pay like $3-4. But $3-4 into like 20 some what we used to sell them at wasn't really worth it. So we stopped getting them unless they have a box. You can see this one here was like brand new almost. We didn't send it into Amazon because the box had damage and it had the instructions. Amazon, I think you can get like $150 or something, like 140 for a brand new one. But that one there was just popped up at 40. Some of this stuff might be best offer. I don't exactly remember. It's like because a lot of this stuff is when we first started getting into selling, and it's from like March and April. So I probably won't remember what it sold for sure. I don't think it shows best offer, but we'll see. This here we picked up at a thrift store, and it's like the Black & Decker power scissors, but it's some other version, some other kind. Pretty cheap. It didn't have a battery, or I think it did have a battery, but it didn't work or didn't charge for some reason. Just went ahead and sold it without a battery and got $50 for it. I'm sure we paid like $10 or so for it. Polaroid camera. A lot of people know about Polaroid cameras. This one here was at a Great American Garage Sale. I think you might see it in one of our older videos. But $30 for the Polaroid camera. I don't have a bag out in there. It looks a little bit more fancy. This was before we started doing a lot of FBA, so now we do FBA all of our Polaroid cameras. There's a calculator. I'm sure it's a calculator. Walkmans, $20. Usually that's kind of the price we sell them at. You know, you can sell them on Amazon, but you need there's an argument on if it should have the original headphones or just generic headphones. You can go ahead and make that call yourself. We just usually grab them for, $1 to $2, whatever, or $5. Not really usually $5, but something under that, or $5 half off. And throw them up. We always throw them up for about $20, but something easy and sells. There's a steamer. This came in, had a bunch of the accessories. Yeah, it had accessories and stuff. This was like $2, I think, at a Salvation Army for some reason. It was just in a box, and the box had $2 written on the side, and didn't really know what it was, but I was like, that's kind of fancy, so I went ahead and looked it up. And got $50 for it. I actually didn't sit for that long either. And this is some of the tone. You will see these toners in one of the videos. I think it's one of the we spent like $1,000 or something on Salvation Army. Yeah, it was Salvation Army. So check and make sure it's still working at the Salvation Army. And not that one. Oh, I missed a tab. Not very prepared for this live show, am I? There we go. It's the Salvation Army video. And we ended up getting, I think we paid $25 a piece. You ended up throwing in like 3 or 4 for free. And that's one of the huge hauls that we had at that Salvation Army. And we ended up selling all of these like instantly. If you put up a good price, I think there's companies that have like bots and stuff. And, get myself on there. Bots and stuff. There we go. Bots that automatically give you offers, or they don't buy it now. I think they give you the offer, like their low offer, and they go ahead and buy it and send it all. And this is our first time doing toners, so we wasn't really sure. We're like, oh, it kind of looks like a bot, because no more than you hit sell, you all of a sudden get an offer, or 3 or 4 offers, 4 different people. But the feedback looked, all right and everything. So like, we'll go ahead and do it, and just do the quick flip. And ended up working out because they buy them all. Like you see this listing here, we had 2 of those. Ended up selling both of them to the same guy. And I don't know if I got the other listing up there somewhere, but where he spent like $800 or $900 buying out the whole lot of the toners. But here's rotary phones, older phones. An easy way to tell if it's something decent is just how heavy it is. The thing's like super heavy. It's not bad. This here didn't have any sort of name or anything on it. I think we paid $1 a piece for, we paid like, I think we threw them in a lot. I think it was at the Great American Garage Sale. And Go ahead and let the dogs out. Interrupted my live show. Alright, I'm back. As you can see, I'm out here in the garage. And we got them thrown in at the Great American Garage Sale, that and 2 other headsets. We haven't sold the other 2. The other 2 are wall-mounted ones. This one here is just the bigger one. But if they're heavy and they're old, you usually get a little bit of money out of it. Here's a Magic card. We sold through a lot of our... We used to play Magic together, so we sold through a lot of our cards on eBay. Got quite a bit of money for them, too. A lot of Magic cards don't really go down in value if you get the good ones to actually rise up in value. So, yeah, there's another toner. Had 6 of them. Sold all 6 to the same guy instantly. That might even be the same one as the last one. I don't know. Instead of a Sony Walkman, we got a Panasonic CD player. That one there had the wall adapter thingy with it. And the same thing as the Sony. Sell them for 20 bucks. Here's some TV ears. These things here are pretty good. This one here actually ended up getting returned back to us because I guess they couldn't figure out how to use it. I'm not sure, but they wanted it back. But they didn't. It was one of these things. It comes with a little microphone thing, and they didn't return that back when they returned us. Even though we refunded all their money, but we're pretty much like, it doesn't matter about return stuff. We usually just eat the cost. I mean, it's 70 bucks, but even without that thing, you could still sell just the unit here for like 40, 50 bucks. So more than we paid for it. I think we did pay like 20 bucks or so for that at one of the thrift stores around here, one of the local ones. But there's a book. This was left over from when my brother used to try to sell, like, merchant fulfilled and sell stuff. And it's funny because this sat in his basement for like 3 years, and we had it merchant fulfilled on Amazon. And we didn't end up sending it again. I'm not sure why we put it up on eBay, but we put it up on eBay, and it's over 50 bucks. This is a book. It's a Japanese book. I'm not sure what the listing is on Amazon. Like, now that we do FBA, it might even be more if you go look on there. And you look that up, I'm sure it might be worth 100 bucks, and that's why someone bought it right when we put it on eBay, because they're going to turn around and flip it. But that was before. There's some more cartridges. There's 2 sealed ones there, sold 150. So we sold through all those cartridges, and we made a lot of profit just from those cartridges, like the next day when we put them up there. So that was a good haul if you go back and watch that video. Here's a pennant. Picked up a bunch of these for 25 cents each. Not a lot of profit, but 12 bucks, 25 cents. This was, like I said, this was back when we kind of first started doing reselling stuff like that. That kind of pickups, unless we got like a whole box of them or it was a part of a lot or something. Probably won't do that again. The whole 25 cents into 12 bucks. It takes a lot of time. Here's a Star Ocean PSP game. This came from a Walmart, like one of those Walmarts, and they have the big bins with just video games thrown in there. We didn't put it up on Amazon because the shrink wrap was ripped right there. It wasn't too bad. It was still sealed and everything, but it just had a little rip in the shrink wrap. It actually sold for a pretty decent price. I think even if I remember right, the Amazon listing was like under 50 bucks, or maybe even around 45. So I see a lot of people say that some games are just as good on eBay or better just because you have less fees. But we spend most of ours in FBA. It's just easier that way. And this we bought from like a Ross or something. It was on the Marshalls or Ross. It was on the clearance table for $1 for some reason. It wasn't up there for long. Paid 20 bucks. I believe that went to a global shipping program. We use a global shipping program. I know some people have their thoughts on if we shouldn't or do it, but we do. Here's some Crash Bandicoot figures. These are at one of our Salvation Armies. For some reason, I don't know what happened, but these are kind of left over too. These are a couple years old my brother had. But they had like 12? Not of this exact one. I think I put up some more tabs for the other ones, but they had like 12 or 13 of these Crash figures. The packages weren't too great, but I don't remember how much you paid for them either. But they all sold for right around 80 to 100 bucks a piece. They were merchant fulfilled. They actually sold decent on Amazon because there is listings on Amazon, and he did merchant fulfill and sell a few, but these were the leftovers, or ones that were the packages are real bad, and it's just easier to take up, put them up on eBay and take a picture so people know what they're getting. But those were, yeah, there's more. They had, I'm not sure if he had the whole set or not, but there was multiples of each one, but they're all right around $80 or so. Um, and there's a Chewbacca mask. This was, you can see two sold for 21. This was before that video and those came out, and those got way up high. Um, I believe most places, and Kohl's included, were clearancing these out for $7. Maybe it was at Target, or I know at least Kohl's was clearancing them out for $7, and that's where we got these two. Paid $7 for them somewhere. Some for 21. Obviously, now when the video came out, and you know they were like $200 or whatever on Amazon. Now I think the prices went back down, but I think we have one more actually on eBay right now, somewhere around here. I think we have it listed for like $40 or something, and then it hasn't sold. It's just kind of sitting. We're not ungated in Star Wars, so we can't send that in. And there's one more Crash figure. And I guess I didn't really have the whole set. I don't think I got a picture of it, but Crash figure for $80. That's some of the things we sold. I just went through the very, very last page. It says we got one available, so just the ones sitting in our inventory. The very last page that's sold, and just made tabs all the way up here. I didn't even count them to make some kind of random number, but thought, hey, I'm going to try out the YouTube live show thing and show some of what we sold on eBay, because I know I said I've been doing it. It seems like a lot of people enjoy these videos, but I haven't really had time to do it. And it's like Sunday, it's 10 a.m. now, after I've been fiddling around with all this stuff. But I don't know if you can't really see too much stuff. As you can see, we got a shipment. If I can show it, we got a shipment ready to be going out. Oh, dropped that. Shipment ready to be going out. So we're going to get up and do that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll make some more.